Most people think the rich hide money, but money is the least interesting thing they hide. What they hide is the system that creates money without looking like it. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. If you've ever felt like wealthy people move different, like they know something you don't, you're not imagining it. Today, I'll show you the 4 things they protect more than cash: access, information, identity, and time. And the darkest part is, they don't protect it with aggression. They protect it with silence. The first thing the rich hide is the signal, because attention is expensive. A flashy watch doesn't just say, "I have money." It says, "Look at me." And look at me attracts 3 types of people: opportunists, predators, and performers. So the wealthy often dress like they have nothing to prove, because proving things invites negotiation. And negotiation invites exposure. Here's the uncomfortable truth. In many rooms, the loudest person is the poorest person in the room, not because they have less money, but because they have less control. And if you think this is just still, wait until you see how they hide the people who actually make them powerful. The rich protect access the way others protect cash. Access is invitations. Access is introductions. Access is one phone call that changes a whole year. Most people chase money. Wealthy people chase position, because position creates money quietly, without looking like work. That SYULL notice something creepy if you pay attention. They don't ask, "What do you do?" like a normal question. They ask it like a measurement, not to judge your worth, but to see where you fit in their world. And if you don't fit, they don't insult you. They don't argue. They don't explain. They simply disappear. But access is only step 1. The real advantage is the thing most people can see until it escalates. Information. There's a reason wealthy people love private conversations. They trade information like currency, not gossip and tell. They know who's feuding, who's leaving, who's desperate, who's about to sell, who's about to be exposed. And this is where it gets dark. They often don't need to win. They just need to avoid losing. Most people learn news after it becomes public. Wealthy circles often hear whispers before the announcement. So by the time everyone reacts, they already moved. The public gets headlines. They get hints. And the scariest part, they don't brag about this advantage, because bragging creates a trail, which leads to the next thing they hide. Not money identity. Most people use their name to gain attention. Wealthy people use privacy to keep control, because the more visible you are, the easier you are to pressure. If people can predict you, they can manipulate you. Your habits, your weaknesses, your desires. So the rich often hide behind normalcy, not because they're humble, but because normal is camouflage. You'll see it in how they speak. They don't overshare. They don't explain. They don't defend. They let people guess. Mystery creates distance, and distance is safety. But all of this exists. Information, privacy serves one master goal. The one thing they protect, like a secret religion: time. Here's the difference that separates comfortable from wealthy. Comfort buys things. Wealth buys time and control. That's why rich people are obsessed with boundaries. They leave early. They avoid drama. They don't argue publicly. They don't chase closure. Not because they're above emotions, but because emotions are time thieves. And time is the only thing money can't replace once it's spent. They don't save money. They save energy. So when people say, the rich always have something to hide, they hide the system that makes them hard to touch, access that doesn't need permission, information that arrives early, privacy that prevents pressure, and time that keeps them untouchable. The loud world wants you to believe wealth is loud, but real wealth is quiet, because quiet is control. And the richest people don't hide money. They hide the way the world works for them. If you've ever seen this up close, a person who never brags, never argues, and somehow always wins, you've already met the system. They aren't hiding riches. They're hiding the rules.